All right, good evening, everyone. Just wait for one more minute. All those who have joined, the chat box is open. You can type anything that you like here. I will look into your questions and answers, post the webinar as well. But in the meantime, you can add up if you have any questions, you can ask any questions. Hi, Mitali, how are you? All right, guys who can keep their cameras on, that will be great. It just makes it more interactive. Cool. Thank you. Hi, how are you? I hope you're well. So, before we start, just want to pause for a minute and wherever you are right now, probably office, car, home, I want you to ask yourself this one important question: like, why do two realtors in the same market with the same, launches, with the same inventory, with almost everything similar, have different outcomes? Okay, so it is not just luck. It's not timing, and it's definitely not only effort. Okay, it's identity. And Dubai is not a skill based market, it's a identity based market, where clients don't choose agent who knows the most. They choose the agents who feels safe, credible, and certain. Okay, so here's uncomfortable truth that people avoid. Like, if you don't control your identity, the market assigns one to you. It automatically assumes who you are. Okay, so today we are not going to be talking about more postings. We are not talking about just hacks and trends or algorithm. We are going to be talking about your inner identity for personal branding, and why that brand actually decides about you. So it responds to you. What should be your personal branding? Like, who should trust you, who should pay you, what kind of clients you can get. Okay, so I want you to be present for next 40 to 45 minutes. Don't do multitasking. I put in an effort in terms of helping you get a training in this webinar, and just pay attention, because if even if one identity shifts click today, your business will not look the same again. Okay, so let's begin with this, and keep the chat box on. In the end, we've got certain question answers, we've got certain quizzes. Participate in that. You'll get a hell lot of understanding about the obvious mistakes we keep doing. Along with this, in the end, I'm also giving you exact takeaway copy paste scripts that you can use now today to start changing your personal branding to a different level altogether. Okay, so you'll get a whole clarity about what needs to be done. So I've given a very clear example about what you can do. So we just going to go with it. Okay, so the agenda is Dubai visibility problem. Okay, the client's trust, and why most realtors fail at branding, what clients actually buy, and the 5 layers of magnetic brand, where exactly copy paste method you can start doing it. Like, right after this webinar, if you just start creating content like this, you will be positioned as a expert in whatever you're selling. Okay, so before I start, I'll just give you a quick background about me. Those who don't know me, my name is Aanant Bisht. I've sold over 200 million worth of real estate in India and Dubai, and I've earned over 2.4 million in commission in a span of 14 months, where I closed 96 million worth of real estate, starting from zero. I mean, zero in 2018 when I landed in Dubai. Market was dead, and I went into cabs. I just picked up to sell off-plan properties for Imar, and I was able to scale my business. Now I am a full-time coach. I coach realtors, developers, venture capitalists, cricketers, celebrities, and my mission here is to help realtors win with mindset, influence, and system. Okay, so if I can build from zero, so can you. Okay, so what are we talking about here? So just want to check with you guys, all those who have attended my webinars before here, if you can just drop in a yes, just so that I know that you were here before. And I would be also open to take any questions from you. Okay, yes, Peter, thank you. Thank you, Praveen. Yes, all right, Angela. Fine. Thank you, Rajiv. Oh, Rajiv is here today. Rajiv, you know, there last week, I believe. Okay. All right. So, hi, Kapil. Okay. So, what we are doing here is identity, and which is going to be your direct influence, and it is directly going to impact your income. So, your biggest competitor is not another agent, actually. Okay. We get it all wrong that there are so many agents. Actually, it is the identity you operate from, and we don't change that identity about ourselves. So what we are today, if you are not focused, if you're not specialized, if you're not consciously figuring it out, how should people recognize us, we are operating from yesterday's identity. So what we focus on today, that is that during the session, my goal here is to make you aware of the strategies, the identity that you should come up with, so that you just are not putting a lot of effort mentally and physically, but also your branding is attracting the right clients for you automatically. Okay. So this is my goal for this webinar. So now just a reality check. When a premium client searches you on Instagram or Google, what do they instantly conclude about you? Okay. So is this the right perception which is given by your Instagram and Google account about you? If they type in, say, Praveen, or if they type in Roberta, or Adnan, I know, but if they type, do they get the right results what you're looking for? If not, then that's a branding perspective. Okay. So what is the reality of Dubai? Dubai has 60 plus agents. There is an oversupply of agents here. Everyone almost looks same online. Okay. Clients are overwhelmed, so they don't want to reach out to a agent because they know the moment they do, they will be bombarded with 50 calls. Okay. Because visibility is not just certainty or credibility. Your goal is not to be seen. Your goal is to get selected. Right. So visibility creates noise and branding creates what? Trust. Okay. So we want to get it absolutely in the fine line where we have the right visibility and the right branding so that we stand out. And how do we do this? So, trust crisis. Premium clients hesitate because the market feels noisy and inconsistent. There are too many agents who copy each other. Like you would see one reel by one somebody, and the other person is just copying, pasting. Okay. And it's an instant impression, So we feel that, oh, they're doing it. And Bulgari, this apartment, this car, this apartment. I mean, like, how many of you have seen reels like this? Copy paste reels, right? We all know that this is what's happening in the marketplace. There's a big trust crisis here because of this. We are not able to stand out. And today the trust is not earned slowly. It is triggered instantly. Like the moment they see you, yeah, this is the guy, I want to speak to this person. Like I feel what he's doing is right. But why most realtors fail is because most realtors think branding is equal to posting. So they do more posting, more listings, more shouting. Instead, what you need is a clearly defined premium identity, a differentiated message, and a trust first brand experience. Okay. So branding fails due to identity confusion, not inconsistency. So when I was selling Dubai, I just focused myself on selling Imar off plan. All my clients, all my WhatsApp messages, social media was just catching up that time, but all of that just focused on my positioning as a realtor selling off plan for Imar. Today, my branding is focused on doing coaching for realtors. Okay. Your branding is very important. It talks about you even when you are not there. What clients actually buy, because clients do not buy number of deals or years you are in Dubai. They don't buy market updates. They buy certainty, they buy confidence, status, emotional safety, and they buy specialization. I can't emphasize the fact enough how much they'll buy specialization. For example, just position yourself in the shoes of a buyer today. You are a buyer today. You know someone, probably he's just an average agent, but you want to buy a property today. Will you buy a property from him, or will you buy a property from a specialist in an area, or the agent who's a specialist in that area? Whom will you buy a property from? And so if you can type it in the chat. Okay. Because see, finally the whole idea is all about understanding that it's not about that I know somebody, he's going to buy from me. No. If you're not going to position yourself as a specialist, probably they will not, even in spite you know them. And where do your buyers search about you or about the property? According to a recent survey, 90% of the buyers today search online before taking a decision about a property. So, if this is true, how are you branding yourself online? Because your brand silently communicates your confidence level, your expert category, your market tier. Like, what do you focus on? Studios, you focus on which area, and your client segmentation. Because if you can't answer clearly that you will buy the property from the person you know or a person who's specialist, If you just can't, if you can answer this, you will know that are you a specialist today in that category? And if you are, then what is the confidence level? How expert are you? That is the invisible status game. And then you don't worry about competition. How many other agents are there? So premium buyers subconsciously evaluate your safety. They evaluate your aspiration, like do they operate at a level I want to reach? Reputation. Will choosing them make me look smart? Why? Because they are able to give more differentiation about me choosing MR versus any other developer, or choosing a smaller developer versus any big developer. Okay, these are the things that builds trust for buyers. Okay, so what is the identity gap? The distance between who you think you are versus how the market experiences you. When the gap is wide, your content underperforms, your client overlooks you, leads go cold, and you feel invisible. Because identity misalignment destroys impact. And I am telling you time and again, identity, identity, identity. This is the thing that is going to get everything right for you. In the last webinar, all of you guys who attended it, we just had a only webinar about identity, like how do we build the identity of a millionaire realtor. So we're just following through now with the branding perspective here. So identity of a personal brand, the shift. Identity is your inner brand. Personal branding is your outer identity. Online people don't see your effort, they see your identity expression. They don't care how much effort you've put in. So question to everyone, answer in the chat box. What does your Instagram say about your identity? Does it exactly reflect your identity? Not too strong. Commercial specialist, excellent, Peter. Palm Jumeirah, luxury, excellent. It's not clear, Gunjan. Okay. Okay. Alam, JLT specialist. Nice, Kapil. So, Medan specialist. Okay, you can just add a word specialist. Okay. See, why nothing average? See, Gopal, what we are trying to achieve here is that we want to understand why we need to get that identity right. Because if we don't understand this right, you see where the any of you believes that the buyers today don't search online. If you believe it, you don't need to do this. But if you believe that the buyers are going to be online and they are going to take a decision based on what they see, then you can't get it wrong. Gunjan, my team will answer that. Yeah. Okay. Excellent, Prachi. I'm an investor helping other investors build wealth. Great. Okay. So we need to get the identity right, and same with Google. Okay. So the game is this: we need to exactly know what we are doing here. Okay. So your identity determines how fast clients respond to you. And there was a Harvard finding on lead response. It said that if you get a lead and you respond within 5 minutes, you have a 80% chance of engagement. Just that part, like you get a lead and you respond, and you respond in 30 minutes, you get a 30 to 40% chance. You respond after 1 hour or 2 hours, you just have 20% chance. So you have left that chance out. You only stand out if your brand is memorable. Otherwise, you're just another agent calling back. So that is the reason with big agencies, we get these leads after one day. Oh, these are the fresh, hot leads. They are not fresh and hot anymore because the response time is already more than 1 hour or 2 hours. You get a lead, you respond immediately. Don't do anything. You respond. Okay, that is the psychology. So what I want to do here is I want to uh, get you to an awareness about how to build your brand. Okay, where you can exactly see what is it that you can do, and this is a copy paste method. Many of the things we have positioned here just so that you can start building this for yourself. Okay, so inner identity, your self image, belief, energy, signature positioning. Okay. Signature positioning is about your number one market identity, authority architecture, energy transmission, and perceived status design. So, like visuals, aesthetics, digital cues. Okay. This elevates you from an agent to a category leader. Okay. These are the 5 layers. And how do we position it ourselves? So I've taken an example here, And we will start creating a 5 pillar content strategy for a Dubai downtown specialist. Okay, so I've just taken Dubai downtown. Anyone here selling Dubai downtown? Okay, Prachi, great. Okay. Okay. So this is exactly copy paste for people who are selling Dubai downtown. For anyone else, you can, create, similar kind of a content for yourself. So framework is to do basically 5 things. You're in Abu Dhabi as well. Okay, great. Okay. So the framework is 5 things. First, evergreen content. So this is timeless education about downtown. This is all going to be always going to be right. Like, and I'm going to give you some examples here. Second is the controversial content, like strong opinions that grabs attention. Third is growth, like tips, guidance of actionable advice. Fourth is viral latching, like something great is happening in the area and you just catch on to it and just build from there. And fifth is your value system, like personal branding, your philosophy, like why are you selling downtown, or why are you selling business bay, or whatever, wherever you are selling, whatever you're selling. In the 4 pillars, this is a copy paste. Fifth one is your individual. Okay, so for example, evergreen content for a Dubai downtown specialist, your content strategy should look something around this line: Burj Khalifa view versus fountain views, which what investors must know, how to choose the right floor height in downtown Dubai. Okay, why downtown communities maintain global demand even in market dips. Why this is important? Because if I'm investing in downtown, I would want to know. And if you're creating this kind of a evergreen content, I can share it as well with someone who's helping me take a decision. Understanding Dubai downtown's master plan and why it matters for ROI. Like the traffics which come in, you can take an iPad, you can show, how does the traffic come in. If an opera is there, people come out, where can they go, what are the exit centers, how Dubai mall creates a nuisance or an advantage for people who are staying. So you can make create content around that. I'm just giving you certain examples here. Controversial content. Most realtors selling downtown have never studied the master plan, and these are the 3 loopholes that you should focus on, something like that. Okay, Burj Khalifa views is not luxury. Orientation and layout matter more. Okay, so if you're selling business bay, but now you are also at the edge of downtown, so you can say, you can create a content around this line. So you can pick and choose, and you can create content around this. Not every downtown tower is worth the premium. Here are overpriced ones. Why paying extra for a branded tower sometimes reduces your ROI. Okay, so these are some of the things which help you create a controversial content. And understand something, you are getting to the mind of buyer, of the person who's buying the property. And if you're able to get into the mind of someone who's buying the property, then it becomes very easy for you to help him take a decision. So these are the questions. If someone is going to be eyeing to buy downtown, they are going to be thinking about it. You have to create content in that perspective, and you can create more content pieces like this. Okay, growth content. Okay, um, 3 things to check before booking a downtown unit: how to compare 2 1 bedroom units in under 3 minutes, or how to compare 2 3 bedroom units in under 3 minutes. Okay, checklist for investors buying downtown for rental yield. Okay, something like this. Okay, this is the viral catching content, where whatever news is happening in the market, we just take that news, create content just to get that attention, so that people come onto it, and then you have a story going on. Okay, so golden visa tourism and DIFC growth, what it means for downtown investors. Okay, new launches in downtown, who should buy and who should wait, things around this line. Okay, so this is all viral. This is anyways viral. We just have to make a hook at the starting and then just follow through with our content. Okay, this is a value based personal branding content. Why I'm saying value based? Because here you have to talk about yourself, you have to show the person behind the expertise. Okay, like why did I choose to sell downtown as my core specialization? I could have chosen anything. I could have chosen Marina, DIP, anywhere. But why am I selling downtown Dubai? My rule: I never recommend a tower I wouldn't invest in myself. Why should you not buy old towers? Or why are they a good value? Whatever you're doing, selling secondary or primary, depends. Okay. And you position yourself, your value system. And I've just given you an example for downtown. Okay, so on the social media, it is required to highlight and specialize the area, or do I just focus on positioning myself above? Okay, I'm going to come back to this, but yes, on the social media, it is required to highlight that you specialize in a specific area. You should, because if you're not going to position yourself, how would they know? Again, when people are going to Google your name and you're selling that area, it becomes much more easier for them to understand you. And plus, the content that you're creating around that area will get more people in that area to talk about you, and they will share your content. And if you're thinking only in one area, your personal brand, so you become synonymous to downtown. How do people refer you? Oh, he's another realtor. Oh, he's someone who's so specialist in downtown. Does this make sense for you? Does this help you? All right, Kapil. So, Kapil, just focus on whatever you're selling. You are a specialist in that area. Just go all in. Create that kind of a content around these lines. Okay. See, your brand is just your beliefs made visible to the world. If you master these five pillars, you won't need to chase downtown buyers. If you're selling downtown, they will start chasing you. The irony is consistency. If you want to get exceptional commissions, you want to make exceptional money, then you have to be the exception. You can't say that I am not going to be the exception and everything is going to come to me. It's not going to happen. You have to become exceptional. So you can get these five pillars and you can create content on this. But this happens only when your personal branding beliefs are really aligned, where you can start getting the big upgrade because your identity is very important. So if you believe that you will not be able to get clients from social media, do you think you're going to get clients from social media? If you believe that people are not going to watch what you're going to say or not going to listen to what they're going to say online, or it's funny to create content, oh yeah, I can't do this, and then still you're doing it, do you think it's going to work for you? So this is something which is exceptionally important to get your beliefs right, to get your branding beliefs right. So focus on just, and how do you catch yourself off beliefs is Sahil, I didn't get that. Not funny, like in what sense? So what I would like you to do is figure out your beliefs. What are the beliefs that are stopping you from building a personal brand? Why are you not creating that branding today? Do you have a fear of judgment, that oh, I can't create content, what will people think about me? Do you have a fear of failure, that I don't want to do it, I get overwhelmed when I see other people's content, there's so much to do, like what will I do? If you don't start today, you will never start at all. What are you waiting for? Right? So get those beliefs right. If you don't get the beliefs right of the identity, no matter how much effort you put it. Yes, Meher.
What if one of your fears about social media is, what if I reinvent myself on social media? People
Mhm.
won't trust me.
So what you are saying is that what if I reinvent myself? People don't trust me.
People won't, if I reinvent myself. I'm a generalist, say I'm a Canadian realtor, and
Uh-huh.
now I'm a Dubai realtor.
Mm-hmm.
So I have reinvented myself, and people
Mm-hmm.
feel, oh, you're not like being there for a decade, so you're not a specialist. That's the biggest fear.
Meher, been a successful realtor in Canada, and now you're moving to Dubai, and you feel that probably getting into the market, you feel probably that you're too new in the market, and you are reinventing yourself. Probably whether you'll be able to attract the right clients or not. But today you're starting. Today is the least you will know. If you're focused on the market, today is the least you'll know. Tomorrow you'll know even better. So why would you want to fear that you will not be able to? People will not trust you. If you start creating content, you start being a specialist, you start creating content only on the place you want to focus on, and you go all in and you give value to the buyers who are going to watch your content or the clients who are going to watch your content, why would they not trust you? Because Meher, see, this is one thing is very clear. So for example, Meher, if you're selling MROSs, okay, the new launch happened, you just focus on selling MR. Nobody buys from you this time. There's going to be a next launch coming, but you don't stop. You just keep creating content. Which master community is better? What should you focus on more? Which other villas which are going to give you the maximum ROI? 3 bedroom versus 4 bedroom. You get all these bifurcations. Now what's going to happen is, when people are going even with other realtors and they see your content and you are
Mhm.
addressing something which they are not, what are they going to do? They're going to ask you, hey, where is the, what do you think is, how do you think is going to be the maintenance charge for this? How much do you think is going to be, like, the schools away from it? You made a video about exit and exit, do you think it's going to be crowded? Like, what's going to happen? The moment you start answering those questions, you are helping them. Where do you think these guys are going to buy from you? Second of all, if you start creating content only on MROSs, the people who have bought MROSs, they also want validation that yes, we bought the right property. When you keep creating content and you keep apprising them as a specialist, and your branding is this. Now they want to rent it, they want to get it snagged, they want to resell it. Who do you think they will approach? So you are inventing yourself. You have, the bigger irony is not about inventing, the bigger irony is choosing. Like, what do you want to identify as? Okay, have I answered your question, Mayor?
Yeah, thank you.
All right, great. Okay, so I'm just have a couple of more slides to go. Okay, so then we'll take up all those questions. Okay, so personal brand identity quiz. Let's do a small quiz for all of us to just participate. Okay, does your Instagram bio communicate your specialization clearly? If someone Googles your name, do they trust you more or they trust you less now? Okay, do premium clients see you as a guide or a salesperson? This is the launch happening, call me on this number now, today new launch is happening. Come on guys, like, I don't know you, why should I even call you? Like, what did you do for me? Okay, if a buyer views your profile right now, will they feel safe? Will they immediately feel like contacting you? Put yourself in the buyer's shoes. So Rehma, the way you choose it, that don't know, is because you don't know right now. You have to position yourself as a buyer and seeing your page, will they contact you? If no, then we should work on it, because buyers are seeing this before taking a decision. Okay, coming to the next quiz. Premium clients evaluate. Do they evaluate communication clarity, predictability, your emotional tone, social proof, or energy status signals? So if you've gone through the invisible influence program, you know that we need to put all of it in perspective so that we are able to influence the client to take a decision. If those of you who have not completed the invisible influence program mastery course, it's a free course. Attend it. It's just going to be there for some time before I take it off. So don't miss this opportunity to attend and complete the course. You'll get a lot of value. Those who have done the courses have come back and separately sent me a message for thanking me, where you can, that they have made the money, and how confident they feel after doing it. Prachi, my team will just put in the Guru, can you just put the link in the comment chat for the invisible influence mastery? All the details are there on the realtor1.com. You can go there, you can get a free access to the course. Plus, you can also watch the recording of the other webinars which you have missed if you would like to go and watch that. Okay, so this is what we need to do. We need to put everything together. Okay, so this is a question answer. We want everyone to type it in the chat. Why do most realtors fail to attract quality buyers consistently? Option A, not enough leads. Option B, too much competition. Option C, low commissions. Or option D, weak personal positioning and unclear message. Wow, D. Thank you, Adnan, for thank you, Meher. All of these, who's all of these? Okay, Prachi, all of these. Okay, great, thank you. Weak position. Okay. Okay. So not enough leads can be a problem. Too much competition can be a problem. Low commissions can be a problem. But if you just fix your personal positioning, personal specialization, clear identity with the right beliefs, you will not have to worry about getting buyers in Dubai. There can be 60,000 realtors today, but if you talk about specialists, not more than 1,000 or 2,000. That's it. The rest, everybody is doing everything. Trust me. Okay. So next quiz. Okay. So D, weak positioning. Most realtors try to sell everything to everyone. Buyers trust specialization, not. Okay. Next question. Which type of content actually builds trust with serious buyers? A, posting only listings and prices. B, random reels without a strategy. C, educational plus advisory content that solves buyer's problem. Or D, reposting developers' videos. Oh, thank you so much, guys. Great. C, absolutely. Let's look at the answer. I think, okay, thank you, Meher. Okay, so it is say emotion, education and advisory content. Why? Because listing attracts browsers. Okay, education attracts buyers who are ready to decide or who would want to decide. So as a realtor, rather than looking at only posting listings, like the most ordinary thing to do today is just posting and sending the same brochure which the developer has sent to all your clients. Please don't do this. Everybody is doing this. You will not be a specialist if you're selling the same things. So this is what MR has launched, and this is what my point of view is for MR for this project, and you give your point of view as well, and educate people, and don't stop. Okay, so this is what we need to do if you want to position and get our branding right. Okay, so this is what it is. Okay, sales mistake. What is the biggest reason realtors lose high ticket clients? Option A, price objection. Option B, market condition. Option C, client indecision. Or option D, lack of confidence, clarity, and authority in communication. Be honest. What do you think? Awesome. Thank you for participating, guys. Yes, Archana, thank you. D and C. Okay. C and D. Okay, Nikita D. Sesa D. Great. Adnan D. Okay. Absolutely. Lack of confidence, clarity, and authority. High ticket clients don't buy from agents, they buy from advisors who sound certain and composed. Okay. So this is what I wanted to bring to your notice about the webinar so far. If you have any questions, I'm here to answer those questions for you. Okay. How did this session help you? Type in the chat box and any questions. Now I'm willing to take all questions. Please shoot. Can we not become the first home time buyer, pro or luxury relocated rather than us? You can become couple first time first home owner. See, the whole idea is that get into that statement, get into the world of your buyer. What would he think about you? Okay, is your first home buyer professional or a luxury relocator rather than a specialist? You can absolutely couple. Okay, you can do that. If you want, you can just unmute yourself and ask your question. Like, I'm open to take question answers. Gunjan, how do you arrive to identifying your specialization? Okay, Gunjan, you want to come up?
Hi, sure.
Yeah.
Firstly, I want to say thank you for the amazing webinars you're doing. It's really helping me. I am a new realtor and I'm really trying to understand how I should identify my specialization in terms of,
Mhm.
like everything looks great, but I don't know what other factors I should use to eliminate choices or, strengthen my choices. So maybe some light on that,
What
like
are you
how you
doing
do with
currently,
other things.
if I may ask you?
Right now, I've done everything. I've sold an apartment in JLT, two townhouses in Sharjah. I've done some rentals. So I'm just free floating, and I know that this is not the what I want to do next year. I want to really like get into the niches, but I don't know how do I make that selection. Unfortunately, I don't have much help from my agency, so I'm basically trying to figure this on my own.
Okay, so Gunjan, first of all, what you need to figure out is you need to first figure out what is it that you want to focus on. Because if you want to make real estate as your legacy, a realtor as a proper business for yourself, where you want to build systems where money comes into you regularly over a period of time, then you need to first choose what is you want to specialize in. Either you want to specialize in secondary or you want to specialize in off plan. Okay, that is point number A. You need to take a very clear take on this. Okay, second thing is about your area. What is it that you want to select? So now you can do specialization choosing three factors. First, A, you can choose a developer and specialize with a developer if you're selling off plan. B, you can specialize in an area. Like you can say, okay, I'm just focused on selling Arabella, or I'm just focused on selling, Dubai South, whatever area is your preferred choice, or Sharjah. Okay, and then you create all that personal branding story around that part in the front. Now, when I say you build a personal brand, the personal branding identity is on the front side. If people come to you and they ask you, "Hey Meher, can you help me sell? Can you help me buy a townhouse in Dubai Hills?" Even though you are selling, Palm Jumeirah, or you're selling some other property or some other area, you say, "Fine, sure. You should definitely help that person. That's perfectly fine. You will make the money there, but your branding has to be very clear." Okay, and specialization will really help you because that will get you the inflow, Gunjan. Okay, where the clients
Yeah.
are going to come
Yeah.
back to you again and again. Okay, so become a specialist, choose which you would want to do, choose and learn from the webinars here. Before you choose, first build up that identity. Why am I selling real estate altogether? Do I want to make a million dirham? Do I want to just do real estate for the sake of doing it? Do I want to just do rentals? Why do I want to sell it? Once your answers are very clear, everybody wants to make money. People say, oh, I want to make 5 million. Nobody starts less than 2 million at the start of the year. Okay. But by the end of the year, they will be like, how much did you make? 100,000, 300,000, 400,000, and the year is over. When launches were there, when opportunities were there, when other people made it, why didn't you make it? It's because you were not clear. You lost your identity and your focus. Okay. So do these exercise and then you can come back to it. Okay. And then you can build it around it. Sounds fair, Gunjan?
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Hi, Anant. I have a suggestion, or this is what happened to me. I'm a specialist in JLT. Okay.
Okay.
And I listed some properties in JLT. Now I got a lot of viewings, a lot of clients who came. So I built my small database with that clientele. And now I'm selling them all, I'm proposing them all off plan.
Okay.
So what? If they came, we got connected, my WhatsApp got registered, they came for viewings, they bought, they didn't buy. Maybe out of 40 people, one guy bought that property, what I was listing. But I got 39 golden people who are in the market, who are looking. So then now they are in my database. So I'm in connection with them because they've already registered me as their WhatsApp content. I'm there in their contact. So now I'm nurturing them to sell off plan. So is that a put off to my personal branding? Because my branding is JLT. I am a specialist in JLT. But now I'm selling Imar, or I'm selling Town Square, or I'm selling Vassal whenever it gets launched. Is that a wrong signal that I'm giving?
So see, Kapil, once you decide what you want to really do, okay, you will realize that you can only do so much. If you, so the goal is not to go wide. The goal is to go deep. Like for example, just look at medical science as a profession. Like if you are a doctor is like a big word. Like doctor for what? Human body is only one human body. Dubai is only one, but you
Correct.
become a specialist in one. So if, for example, you are a pediatrician and somebody comes you with a problem of dentistry, and they say we have pain, but you are a doctor now, you can give something, now give me something. What will you do? You will say, our boss, listen, go to a dentist, I'll refer you a dentist, he'll help you with the right thing. I know him personally, he'll take personal care of you. But I don't do this. If you cannot differentiate this, you'll over a long period not able to build up personal branding for yourself. You'll be everything to everyone.
Okay, I get you.
And you will flip, and you will lose big commissions because the bigger deals will not come to you.
Correct. So it's good to say we will introduce you to somebody else and then build that ecosystem with other agents in other areas who are specialists.
Absolutely.
And connect
Absolutely.
them and share
Absolutely.
the commission with A to A. Yeah.
Absolutely. You can
I got
have a
you.
person,
Thank you.
and then you can do a trading. Listen, I must like, for example, Peter here is just selling commercial real estate. So many of the realtors are not selling commercial real estate. If someone wants to sell commercial real estate or has a client who has a query, they can reach out to Peter and they can say, hey, Peter, can you help me? Sure, why not? And how we can split our commission? You can collaborate and do it together. Why would you want to do it all over again? Because you will not be able to get the best inventory what someone who's focused and specialized about can get for you. Then you'll lose the deal anyways, Kapil.
Yeah. But Anand, you know, and you also have advocated this in the earlier webinars that selling off plan is a higher return of our time. And secondary markets give us only 2% commission. And that also, if we share, it's 1%. And if we share off
It goes
plan,
even less than 1% also. Adnan will vet it for me. It goes really low sometimes. You sell something very, very big, but still you don't make money.
correct.
Just
So
I'll put something if you don't mind.
Yeah.
yes,
So,
Adnan, please.
so actually, I specialize in town that a really high net worth client had 5 apartments in Ajjan. I don't work over there. I
Okay.
actually spoke properly to him and got the power kind of from him to give listing to other agents who work in that area, and we managed to sell all his 5 apartments. Because I would not be able to give the time to you, and I don't want to disappoint him.
Okay, I couldn't get it clearly because I think your audio had some disturbances.
No. What I'm saying is that basically he has 5 apartments. Although he's a very high net worth client, he had 5
Okay.
apartments in Ajjar. So I could
Okay.
not personally work on it, because I don't. And apart from that, I'm working in farm. Arjan is too far for me. So what I
Okay.
did, I actually had a word with him. I explained to him that how I'll be
Okay.
working, and we gave the actual listings to other agents who work out there,
Hmm.
and we basically sold all the five apartments.
So
But don't you think you left money
What
on the
Adnan is
table?
saying is basically you can collaborate with other realtors who are
Huh.
selling it, so that if you get a client, you can pass that client on. And second of all, even for off plan, what I suggest, and I'm big believer that money is made in off plan, focus
Yes.
on one or two areas and just go all in there. All right.
Hmm. So you're saying even in off plan, focus on a particular area like Dubai South or downtown, like focus in a particular area. That's what you're saying.
Absolutely. That's what I'm saying, Kapil. Thank you for doing my course. Okay, you will only guys who've done the course, they know what I'm talking about and what Kapil has gotten. But yeah, thank you so much, Kapil, for this. I hope it helps. Yeah. So, Praj, I'll just take quick questions. We've got 5 minutes here. Yes, Prachi, you wanted to ask some questions. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hi everyone. So Anand, I have been in real estate for the last almost 15 plus years. We've had a chat before.
Right.
But
Yeah.
every now and then, and I do specialize from time and again. And Dubai, you have to spread yourself a little bit thin in terms of area specialization. Also, depends on what your client needs. So everybody gets into that circle when you've spent so many cycles in the market. You have to keep on giving your clients what they want, either directly or indirectly. But then you keep hitting roadblock, you
Hmm.
keep hitting dry spells,
Hmm.
right? Whatever, so the personal branding is done, your clients are there, and then you have this time, oh, we'll wait and watch because these are clients who are seasoned
Hmm.
investors, and then you get new investors, and then, so there is this roadblock situation every now and then in a few years. How
Hmm.
do you get yourself from that cycle out or maintain this consistency that we're talking about? I
Okay.
see your point about personal branding and maintaining that, but yeah, without taking too much time, what is the way to get out of this soon? I think one of my other colleagues on the group I saw asked a similar question. How do
Nizam.
we
Yeah,
avoid
Nizam.
these?
Yeah.
Yeah, how do we avoid this, please?
Okay, so thank you, Prachi, for getting this question. This is an important question. The way you avoid this is and only is by choosing your branding, your identity, and going all in and building a system around it. The problem is that we have only limited clients. Your clients might need something, you leave everything and you address that need because you have only so much time. So the system is not there for you. So what you are doing is you are doing firefighting mostly. And this is the case with most realtors. So you've got 3 or 4 clients who are asking different things. Now you're addressing them, so you don't have time to build your personal brand, but you don't build your personal brand, so you don't have more clients as well. So the focus is about building that identity, that who am I and how much time do I have to put in. You have to create volume in content as well, and you will be surprised how much volume you have to do initially. You have to do a lot, and don't look at as a sprint, look it as a marathon. Real realtor work is a tough work. It is a full marathon. Nobody cheers you in the middle. People only cheer for you when you start the race and when you get the deal in your hand and say, wow, Prachi, you did great. But in the middle, nobody's going to cheer you. That is where your systems, your identity, your belief, your visualizations, your how you think about yourself, what you're telling your mind, your subconscious alignment, that is where it's going to work for you. Because if you don't get that right, then it is always going to be year on year, it's the same problem. But you've been in the market for 15 years. Haven't you got certain clients back again asking you the things whom you serviced well?
Yes, absolutely.
So
Absolutely. And that's what
you branded
they
yourself.
refer you.
Yeah, you
Sorry?
branded yourself. Why did they come
Yes,
back
and
to
there is
you?
a referral chain also because of the
Yes,
same clientele. But yet, as you know, as you rightly said, so I
it's
think
one
yes,
stone.
yeah, yeah, it is
But if it
about
is 1 to
person.
10,000, now you tell me you got. So if I would take branding to a different level altogether, okay, you have
Mm,
200 inquiries coming in only for one specific developer for you. And then you get
mm,
20 queries for a different developer. For example, if you're selling MR and you're a specialist for MR and you get 100 queries a month, now
right.
you're getting 5 queries for Shobha and 5 for Azizi as well. Will you address those queries is my question to you.
No, if I have that much volume for one particular niche, I will not be able to also, right? Or I
Exactly.
wouldn't like to.
How will you reach there? Not without personal branding
Mm,
and identity. And in the middle, because the moment you climb one mountain, you realize there are many more mountains to climb. This is the reality of life. So you make 100,000, you say, oh, it's just 100,000. I need to make 500,000, right?
right.
How do you keep going if you don't have a system? You're just going to do firefighting and then stop, firefighting and stop. That's not going to help. That's why we need to change the identity. We need to have an internal outside work rather than only looking at evidences which satiates us today. Okay. I hope I've answered your question, Prachi.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Okay. Yes, Meher, please go ahead.
You said initially you have to have a lot of volume in content. So is there a
Yeah.
benchmark on how many hours of content, how many hours in a day that somebody who is starting content should put in making it?
So the way you stand out in these five pillars, the way you stand out, Meher, is by going go absolutely deep. So if the world is very big, how do you and you are very small in that world right now because you haven't started anywhere. You go very deep, and when you go very deep, you can make the world smaller. And when you start creating content only on that part, you start becoming bigger very fast. So for example, if I would take an example of Adnan. So if Adnan is selling Palm Jumeirah, and if he keeps creating content only on Palm Jumeirah, doesn't talk about Maidan, doesn't talk about anywhere else, in a small world of Palm Jumeirah, he can become significant. Now, how many pieces of content to create? Okay, 2 to 3 pieces of content has to come in every day. Every day. In this, 2 reels, one carousel, something like this. 2 carousel, one reel. Initially, realtors we feel that it's going to be priced. Learn editing. Learn it. I mean, like you want to make a million, you don't have the resources now. Learn it. Don't delay. Don't procrastinate. Like I would say, I don't give a damn about the mood. Just need to get the work done. Like I'm not feeling good. I must work. You just have to do it. Man. If you do this consistently for 90 days and you create content only on one aspect for 90 days, I'm talking about even if you just start creating content on 90 days, 3 pieces of content a day, and you keep repurposing the same content on YouTube Shorts and LinkedIn as well. Okay. Now you see in 90 days, if people Google your name, what would they find? The chances are higher. But now you do it for 1 year. And in 2 years, all snagging, resale, rental leads are just going to flush in for you because you're not doing it for you're loving the process. This is the boring work. This is where the money is. 90% people will give up. They'll make money. They'll say, let's go and buy Rolex rather than putting money in themselves and investing in the business. Okay. Does it answer your question, Meher? Cool. Thanks. Okay. All right. Anybody else? Is the face value a key factor in content creation or just information? See, if people are going to work with you, Nizam, you must go ahead and put your face in the front because you are going to AI is not going to do the deals for them. You are the one who's going to do it. So put your face. What's stopping you? Okay. So what I have done is I have created a whole identity based influence model for realtors who want to achieve big, who want to take their income to the next level. Okay. And everything we spoke about today, like identity, personal branding, trust response rates, none of it works once or twice. It only works if you become who you are consistent with. Okay. So your branding has to be consistent. And here's is where most realtors struggle. They feel inspired today, but they understand the gap. They also understand the gap today. Like you will say, okay, yeah, I know what Anant you're saying is probably right, but you will skip back to your old habits tomorrow. That's why I've built a million dirham club. It is not a course. It is not motivation. It's a 120 days identity installation system. My goal is simple to help you generate over 500,000 dirham in commission by upgrading your beliefs, your identity, confidence, communication, and personal brand behind your sales. Okay. Inside the Million Dirham Club, I will work on your beliefs where I'll personally change over 500 beliefs for you, build an outer brand for yourself where how clients see you. You know, how people love you, how do you have those right beliefs, the right mindset, okay? How to build your communication, your authority. And this is for realtors basically who don't want more information. They want a new operating system altogether. So if what we discussed today hit something inside you, and if you saw your identity is costing you deals, then Million Dirham Club can simply be your next logical step. Like if this helped you, that will take you to a different level. No pressure, no hard sell. Okay. If you want to explore, you can just type in MDC. My team will share a link with you. You can fill up that, and if you qualify, you can have a call with me, and we can onboard you. We're just running out of seats now, so we will be filling that up very soon. And this is for people where we are building a small team and people who want to work with me 1:1. Okay, so this is what my suggestion is for people who would want to work with me. And sure, so my team is going to just drop in the link here. Just fill up that. They'll qualify you, and we'll take
Anand,
it to the
can I share something?
Please.
In my first year that I joined real estate, it's been a year exactly 2 days ago. This is the
Okay.
first thing that I did is I picked up JLT as my specialist. Now,
Excellent.
the impact that happened was within my organization, people started referring me business within my own agency. So my directors, they gave me units to list. My colleagues gave me units to sell, and that's how I could churn whatever I've churned in this last 1 year. So I am 100% a big fan that we should become a specialist inside the organization as well, of course outside as well. Outside was a little tough to crack, but internally it was cakewalk, because every week when we showed up, I always said I'm a JLT specialist. So I started attracting those leads or those businesses, and somehow I was a part of some of the business, not all, some of it. So yes, specialist is the way forward. I'm totally seconding your suggestion and your direction and your advice. Thank you, Anand.
Fair enough. Thank you so much, Kapil, for sharing this. Okay, so one more thing, like even if I would say how many pieces of content. So in last 1 year, I've been talking about become a specialist. Like how many of you know me since 2 months? How many know me for 6 months or for 1 year? Probably not many. I've done over 800 pieces of content in last 1 year, only about beliefs, mindset, and I'm going to keep doing it for another 4 years. Probably some more people will know me. I'm just talking about personal branding. It takes time. If you want to be exceptional, you have to be the exception. Don't look for shortcuts. This is the part which people don't understand. They want it all quick. This is a different business, and Dubai real estate is just going to get more competitive if you're not segregating your clientele. So Peter, you're getting into commercial real estate. One very clear structure for you: don't think about so many attention. Problem is, what is people get bombarded with the shiny syndrome. Oh, it's a new sales hack. Oh, this is going to happen. Go all in, all in, all in. If you just want to make a million dirham, just million dirham, yeah, you'll make a million dirham. It's no big deal. The problem is, don't get. So if you start walking from Dubai to Ras Al Khaimah, even if you start walking, you will reach Ras Al Khaimah. But even if you are on a nice car, but you don't follow the right highway, you will not reach Ras Al Khaimah. You will reach somewhere else. What is your goal? Become clear and choose your niche and just go all in. Okay, so I hope guys you all had some value from the webinar today. Every week Saturday 5 p.m, block your time. Next week we are going to be talking about goal setting. How should realtors set their goals? What exactly is the problem with realtors? 2026 is coming. How exactly should you position yourself so that you know that next year is your year? Okay, so we're going to be having some conversations around goal setting. So I'll see you next week, and that is the 20th of December. All right guys, thank you so much.
Thank you, Anand.
Thank you Peter, thank you
Thank
so
you,
much.
guys. See you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Anand.
Thank you, Anand.
Thank you. All the recording for this is available on the realtor1.com. You can check online and you can listen to the previous webinar recordings as well.